Okay, you can tweet on that subject using the hashtag Rahul Wakes Up. Joining us on the debate this evening, Suresh Prabhu, former cabinet minister during the NDA government. Sanjay Jha is with me in the studio in Mumbai. Congress spokesperson, taking him on in Sudhanshu Trivedi of the BJP. We have Sunil Alagh, who comes in as a pro-Modi government leaning voice. I don't know where he stands on this, presumably the same position. Sabha Naqvi, political editor of The Outlook, and completing the panel, Aarti Jairath, senior journalist. Thank you very much. Thank you. Sudhanshu Trivedi, what is the meaning of palace coup? Arun Jaitley says that Rahul Gandhi is speaking because he is worried about a palace coup. What does he mean?
Whatever Arun Jaitley ji has said is clearly evident. Whatever is happening in the Congress in the last few weeks, everybody is watching it. And I would like to quote one more thing. It is the typical characteristic of the Congress party. Whenever they lose this power, they face a rebellion, and sometimes they get divided. First time they lost power in the states in 1968-69, Congress got divided. Then they lost power at center in 77, Congress divided in 79. Then they lost power in 90s and the NCP and Tiwari Congress was formed. Now they have faced the worst ever defeat in... So obviously the challenge has to be there, and the challenge is right now in front of that person who was ruling each and every intricacy of Congress, as what Natwar Singh has written in his book, if it is true. From deciding whether Sonia Gandhi is going to be the Prime Minister or not, and from there to tearing up the ordinance of Manmohan Singh last year, who was ruling each and everything and who was given credit of each and every victory.
No, but who's carrying out the coup? Whose coup? Which coup? Carried out by whom, Mr. Trivedi? I don't think you're answering that. You're throwing a red herring.
It is the internal matter of the Congress. It is better you ask Mr. Sanjay Jha that from where it is coming. Because I have told you the entire history of the Congress party in the last 40-45 years. It has happened several times. And the last time in 90s, the coup was by Sharad Pawar and ND Tiwari. This time maybe somebody else.
You've spoken about a palace coup. You spoke about contrived aggression. Whatever the reason, whatever the motivation, Sudhanshu Trivedi and Sunil Alagh will probably agree on this. Does it take away Sunil Alagh, Rahul Gandhi's right to raise his voice, however belated it is? Whether or not Sonia Gandhi is sitting behind him, nudging him to raise his voice, he has the right to raise his voice in his own way.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, when you're in a hole, you are supposed to, you must stop digging. You must stop digging, because you'll get deeper into the hole. Never have they've tried to become the leader of the opposition. Never has Sushma Swaraj, never has Arun Jaitley, never has Mr. Vajpayee, never has Mr. Advani run into the well. He's behaving like an ordinary MP. I mean, this is not the way you want to lead. I mean, I'm sorry.
That's a relief.
Let me know when I can come in.
He really needs a marketing makeover now, and I don't know who's advising him.
Well, the palace coup theory, you've not been able to explain. Give two opportunities, one to the BJP and one to the Mr. Modi leaning person, Mr. Sunil Alagh, to explain the palace coup theory. Neither of them have been able to effectively explain to me what you mean by the palace coup theory on this one. Who's trying to do the coup? Sunil Alagh.
One second. No, the palace coup theory is one where you try and... Obviously, he's wanting to tell all the parties, I want to be leader of the opposition, including the Congress. Now, who's doing it? I mean, at least I don't know who it is.
Well, I think I think it's what you're doing is you're raising a red herring because you don't want to talk about the rising incidents of communal violence.
Absolutely, you hit the nail on the head there. That's a real issue, and I can tell you this: the BJP and Mr. Arun Jaitley are perceptibly rattled, Arnab. I heard Mr. Jaitley wax eloquent on the apparent issues that he feels are existing within the Congress. If we have an existential crisis, it's not his problem. By the way, we don't have one. The second point is that the red herring, and that's the term I was planning to use today, is the fact that the issue of communal violence, which is what Mr. Gandhi raised, has been completely ignored. I mean, that is the central theme that the country is worried about. By the way, it's not just Mr. Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party. The entire opposition is demanding a serious.
So you're saying,
and it has to be done.
So
this government will have to respond on the floor of Parliament.
So you're saying that Rahul Gandhi is speaking up because he's really concerned about communal violence.
Absolutely, everybody is. Everybody is.
And everybody.
You and I have debated Saharanpur, Moradabad, Muzaffarnagar from time immemorial.
I refuse to believe that. I cannot understand why Rahul Gandhi waited till August 2014 to express his desire to speak on communal violence in Parliament when, Sanjay Jha, according to my information, in the year 2013, 479 incidents of communal violence took place with 107 people dead, including 1,647 people being injured, including 200 policemen injured. Rahul Gandhi did not want to speak then.
Well, Mr. If you follow, 1 minute, if I give you an archive of Mr. Gandhi's Mr. Gandhi has been bringing this up repeatedly.
So the only theory,
in fact, Mr. Gandhi was the one who warned during the election campaign that the BJP is a communally divisive party.
No,
by the way, I can prove it to you that he's been speaking about the communal threat to India over the last 5 to 6 years.
I don't remember that.
Absolutely,
I don't remember that. In the year 2012,
even when the original communal violence bill was placed, where was Mr. Rahul Gandhi?
सुधांशु जी, आपके प्रधानमंत्री मौन व्रत क्यों किए हुए हैं? नहीं, आपसे सुधांशु जी, आपसे एक प्रश्न है. आपके प्रधानमंत्री जी चुनाव अभियान में बहुत भाषण देते हैं. आजकल नरेंद्र मोदी जी मौन व्रत क्यों किए हुए हैं? सुधांशु जी, प्रधानमंत्री मौन व्रत क्यों किए हुए हैं?
अमेरिकन ऑफिशियल्स,
आप इसका जवाब दीजिए.
कम्युनलिज्म इज मोर
आप इसका जवाब दीजिए. प्रधानमंत्री जी मौन व्रत क्यों किए हुए हैं?
But Rahul Gandhi has
my first answer.
No, sir, not discussing Parliament.
Mr. Gandhi has spoken on the floor of the House.
And now he is becoming the champion.
Where is the Prime Minister?
Sanjay Jha, 1 minute. Sanjay Jha, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Mr. Jha.
Why is the Prime Minister not
wait a minute, Mr. Jha.
Why is the Prime Minister not spoken in Saharanpur?
Mr. Jha, wait a minute. I think the real mystery tonight, which the entire country wants answered, don't they, Sabha, is why Rahul Gandhi suddenly got hyperactive. Simple. Why did he suddenly wake up? Why did he suddenly roll up his sleeves?
The Speaker has not
Why did he storm the wealth of the House?
To the opposition to air their issues and
no,
by the way, it's not just today. This issue has been happening for the last several weeks.
Here?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Can I answer?
Yes, go ahead.
Sanjay?
Yeah.
Okay. Arnab, first of all, when we are talking about Rahul Gandhi, we are talking about someone who's still like an amateur. Now he has every right to demand a discussion on on rising incidents of communal violence, and you have a master of spin and a very good politician like Mr. Jaitley very cleverly used the words of palace coup, in which case he is very mischievously referring to two things. One is a known fact that the old guard in the Congress wants entire Rahul team to go. The second are stories in the media that Priyanka is now getting ready to join the party.
Yes.
So he's just turned the whole thing around, which is true.
But
it's just been turned around. What can you say about Rahul? We can't even pity him right now, because he has been a part-time politician.
That's a red herring.
And he has every right, Sanjay.
No.
Everybody has a right.
You are agreeing that Mr. Jaitley is deliberately distorting the central theme. 1 minute. So Sabha Naqvi agrees on your television channel. What I said to you earlier, what you said is a red herring. Mr. Jaitley, being a masterly lawyer, has distorted the entire discussion onto a supposed palace coup, because he thinks Parliament is a palace on wheels for the BJP because they have an absolute majority.
No, but the question is,
you're right, Sabha. He is spun it. But why are you falling for it? No, Sabha, why are you falling for Mr. Jaitley's very, very obvious chicanery and trick? You're falling for Mr. Jaitley's trap. You should not.
Even if he says the right thing, he can't do it correctly. You have a problem with your leader that nobody is convinced. Even when he's trying to do the right thing, he doesn't do it with the zest of a professional politician. And it sounds amateurish. There have been too many failures.
and which is why, and it sounds like he's attacking the speaker. Even if he's doing the right thing, he has landed up in that unfortunate position, and it is your party men who are grumbling about him all the time. Mr. Jaitley is only fishing in troubled water.
See, we have divided this debate up tonight into two parts on Newshour. In part two, we'll discuss the whole issue of whether it is right or wrong that under the Modi government, the incidents of communal violence have gone up. But in part one, will someone tell me about this whole business of contrived aggression? You know, if Rahul Gandhi suddenly come out and done this outburst. No, 1 minute, Surila, just wait a bit. Rahul Gandhi has suddenly had an outburst. Now, even if we believe if Rahul Gandhi is allowed to speak, I want to ask Sanjay Jha and the others, in fact, Aarti, if he was not allowed to speak even when his party was in power because he spoke just twice in the 5 years of UPA 2, if he was not allowed to speak, Sanjay Jha, when your party was in power, because till date he has not participated only in 2 debates. He has not asked a single question in Parliament in the 5 years of UPA 2. So when this man turns around and says tomorrow I am not being allowed to speak, it sounds a little facetious, doesn't it, Aarti? So obviously there must be some other reason why Rahul Gandhi is doing this act, this whole number of not being allowed to speak. Aarti.
No, clearly,
Arnab,
let Aarti come in.
Congress got only...
Sanjay, can I talk?
No, that's
hey,
not me.
Sanjay.
That's not me. That's Mr.
Sanjay, can I talk?
That's not me. That's Mr. Alag.
Yeah, can I talk now?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, I think Rahul is under very severe pressure to perform. And Arnab, you know, for 10 years, he didn't perform. The Congress perished. And now this is his last chance. If he does not perform now in the opposition, which is the best time for a political leader to grow, if he does not perform now, then he will perish. And along with him, possibly the Congress party too. So I think the pressure on him is huge. And that's what he was trying to respond to today. I mean, you know, the problem is it seems like a bit of overkill, the way he stormed into the well of the House and shouted slogans. Normally, senior leaders, a person who occupies a position like a vice president in a party does not go into the well of the House. It's left to the backbencher MPs to do this. But I guess Rahul is just feeling that pressure. The heat on him is huge.
No. Leading from the front. No. By the way, there is always a first time. The fact that he's a senior member of the Congress party, and if he's in the well of the House, that tells you why, Aarti, you and I should be very concerned about
the footage.
Communal confrontation.
No.
I think Mr. Jaitley. I think Mr. Jaitley is taking everybody on the panel for a jolly ride. We should be focusing on the real central issue that Mr. Gandhi is raised. The issue is communal tensions in India. That is a real challenge.
You know,
the BJP is responsible.
When was the last time a prime ministerial candidate marched into the well of the House?
1 second, there is something very interesting, Sanjay. Sanjay, look at the pictures. The pictures reveal something. I think in the pictures there's a very interesting moment.
His mother stops him from talking earlier. His mother tells him to talk now.
Yeah, 1 second. His
mother is the one who tells him when to speak, when not to speak.
No, 1 second. There he is. He's looking at Sonia Gandhi. He's consulting her. Then she tells him, her hand goes up. Her hand goes up and she instructs him, almost as if go ahead. And that's why it is believed that caught on camera at that moment, Sanjay Jha, is the moment where the Congress party vice president is being told by his mother to go to the well of the House. Is that going to embarrass you out here? I mean, here is a 45-year-old political party leader who's taking instructions from his mother on what he should be doing in the well of Parliament. Are those pictures false, Sanjay? No, first of all, what is Sonia Gandhi doing in those pictures? Can you explain to me?
These are all your assumptions and interpretation. Mr. Gandhi doesn't need anybody's encouragement.
Can you explain to me what those pictures are? 1 minute. No, what's happening in those pictures? Is Sonia Gandhi nudging him, saying, go ahead,
go to the well of the House? Let me tell you, we work as a party, all right? Mr. Gandhi is the vice president of the party. He's gone to the well of the House for the first time. And obviously the entire party is working on this entire strategy of raising an issue before the speaker with a collective conscience. We believe that the speaker has not been fair, and it's not just today, it's been over a period of time. And the principal issue, Arnab, is
that argument is completely
Mr. Arun Jaitley, whose party was responsible for creating a parliamentary gridlock that made UPA 2 have an opposition that
mother
obstructed
stopped him
Parliament
from
for
speaking
38% of its
when
time,
you
is
had
now lecturing
44
us on
seats.
parliamentary protocol.
Go back to that
so far
video.
the Parliament has
And watch
functioned
when
well because we have been a
mother
constructive
says, follow
opposition.
me, he goes.
No, you see, if this is true that Sonia Gandhi is
Come on,
personally seen in those pictures instructing him to go into the well of the house and he goes in, then that will be doubly embarrassing for the Congress party.
No, that's
Now,
not
however,
44
in any case,
seats,
in any
when
case,
they had
parties
44
coordinate
seats,
that movement. There's
the
nothing
mother
wrong
said,
with
follow me, he stopped.
However, let's go on this whole issue of whether this situation warranted a response. Now imagine a situation. Suresh Prabhu, please come into the debate, as well as Rahul Narvekar. Here's the situation. Here's Rahul Gandhi, his leadership under question. Nobody wants him. Everybody wants his sister to come and play a role. Everybody indirectly is asking him to move on. A lot of people are asking that you bring in Priyanka right now. Senior Congress leader tells Times Now that this arrangement of making Priyanka in a big role like General Secretary organization will not be acceptable to Sonia Gandhi. So there is huge pressure on both mother and son to somehow do something to remain relevant. It is at this point of time that you want to do this whole number, which is what happens in Parliament today, but you choose a very bad opportunity and a moment. Sanjay, the question is this, and I think we must let Suresh Prabhu come.
No, I just want to quickly
No, one second.
You know, the Congress party has got foundations, it's got character, it's got a history. It's not going to be defeated. Anyone who thinks, anyone on your panel,
can someone else come
believing that the Congress party is not going to be a big force because it has 44 seats in Parliament, I think you do it at your own peril.
You know the question.
I think what we have established is even with 44 seats in Parliament, we accept the verdict with humility, but we'll be a force in Parliament. We'll fight for the people of India.
Accept what happened factually, and I think we stay on those pictures also out there while we have the debate. Now, Suresh Prabhu, the Congress party says we had no other option today in Parliament. Rahul Gandhi had to storm into the well of the house and say the speaker is partisan. My information is the Congress party did not give a notice to suspend the question hour, and the speaker asked them to wait till the 0 hour. Instead, the Congress party decided to disrupt question hour so that it is adjourned. And all of this happens with Sonia Gandhi's personally nudging Rahul Gandhi on. So therefore, what appears to me is that the Congress party, Sonia and Rahul Gandhi, came into Parliament having decided we are going to do this little bit of a drama because Rahul Gandhi needs to create a little bit of noise and seem to be a man of action and not a man of despair. Suresh Prabhu, do you accept the Congress party argument today that we were forced into a corner, which is why what happened in Parliament happened?
No, this is absolutely wrong, because as per the rules of the Parliament, first of all, any issue related to the state cannot be raised in the Lok Sabha. It is something to do with Rajya Sabha, which is the House of States. It is a House of people, so therefore this has been a convention. But exceptionally, Speaker would allow somebody to raise an issue related to the state if she is convinced that there is a reason to do that, but there should be a notice to that. One. Secondly, on 15th of August 1997, we had a special session to celebrate our 50th year of independence. All the political parties, major leaders, including members of Parliament, then I was one of them, we signed up a letter that we'll never go into the well of the house. At least I know that so many members of Parliament are going, but the first time a leader as senior as him has gone to the well of the house, so we are actually making an institution crumble. No institution can survive without rules. We cannot play any game without rules.
That is slightly hypocritical. I don't think. No, sir, you are in no position to be questioning the strategy of going into the well of the house. You can question the timing.
No, but this is
because the
question. Of course, then that brings it that, as you are saying, just to remain relevant. If you are making Parliament irrelevant, is it something that we want to do? We have actually attacked the institution of CAG because we are saying that the institution is wrong. Now we want to finish the institution of Parliament.
Please look at that
unless it is done. So
please look at that track record of the BJP.
Then not only
they did not let an entire session of Parliament function.
Office of the Speaker, which is very sacrosanct. We always respected the chair of the Speaker.
You're sounding very hypocritical.
We try to demean
we
the
can
office
criticize
of the chair
Rahul.
and also try to
we can criticize Rahul, but surely we can't say that the BJP has behaved well in Parliament.
BJP has been absolutely shameful in Parliament.
Mr.
The BJP behaves so badly in Parliament.
Mr.
that
Prabhu,
it's really rich.
Mr.
got an
Prabhu,
embarrassing track
When
record
they were
in
in
Parliament.
opposition, the BJP was constantly misbehaving in Parliament.
Exactly.
Sabha,
This is really
Not
truly
just in
rich
opposition.
for the BJP to
Arnab,
preach about
we've
parliamentary
seen-
behavior.
We've seen
You know,
the BJP
the-
as
we've
a
had
ruling
sessions
party,
after session being
its
washed
members
out.
are going into the
So
well
that
of
is
the
not
House.
the point here.
This
Let's
has happened
criticize
twice
Rahul,
already.
but let's not
How can
pretend that the
ruling
BJP
One at a
has
time,
done all this.
one at a time,
They
ma'am.
behave very badly.
No, the question is, as Sudhanshu Trivedi